is it? It's in the afternoon, right? See, now we can do that past noon. We can do that. It's great to have them here. Oh, I love that. Why can't we have that every day? All right, for the first time since 2001, Serena Williams has returned to a tournament where her family and she at first said that they had been abused. Now, Brian has more on why it is they're going back and what it was. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Robin. Yeah,
I wanted to say thank you not only to the National Danish Performance Team of Rhythm Gymnastics for just coming in and viewing us, because we're viewing them, and also to the Atlanta Jewish Academy. The freshmen are here as well. Everybody give a big wave. Maybe mom and dad are watching at home. Love it, love it. All right, so have you ever sent a text that you wanted to take back? Of course. Now supposedly there's an app that'll do that for you. This weekend you're going to be able to meet the woman who created a way to stop those embarrassing text messages from actually going through. That's tomorrow starting at 7 a.m. Eastern on the Weekend Express. Home that they use for the series Breaking Bad is asking fans, well, now she's telling them, you can take all the pictures you want, but could you not throw pizza on my roof? They've been creating, fans have, a scene from the show, and Jeannie Moe says Breaking Bad's creator has her back. It was. I think Jennifer earlier said, there's a stink all over me. Just stay away. I don't want to get my stink on you. That's the way we talk about our attitudes. I got a stink. Well, I hope that you don't this morning. We're glad to be the ones to help start your day. Hey, morning to you. It's Friday, and here are the headlines that start right in here. So protesters attended a candlelight vigil for two officers who were shot in Ferguson, Missouri this week, but by now who are out of the hospital, by the way. Religious leaders prayed for the officers and also the community. You know, their worst. President Obama is disappointed with two Secret Service agents who were accused of driving into a White House barricade, and at least according to one report, possibly intoxicated. Now, a White House spokesperson made the comment here about the president being disappointed. Well, it turns out we've learned that the president knows the two very well because a source is telling CNN one's a top who has Ebola arrived this morning at the National Institutes of Health in Maryland for treatment. That person is, or has been anyway, volunteering at an Ebola treatment center in Sierra Leone. Now, the hospital in Maryland, did you know it's one of 4 hospitals in the United States that can treat Ebola patients? So South by Southwest kicks off today in Austin, Texas. Did you know Snoop Dogg is going to be giving the corn? You might want to get out of your house because there's a landslide. This is in West Virginia. That's because there is past the hour. Time for what we call the Daily Share Speed Feed. All right, first up, you know, Kathy Griffin's already leaving fashion.
Cover commanders.
Oh my gosh, she just started like a math class.
I just started a war.
Commander was a member of Mensa.
I don't know. All this stuff is like just swirling around in my head because I don't know the action movie. Go back. Okay. The mayor. Oh, the mayor of Springfield, Illinois. Gave it to whom to promote next month's G.I. Joe convention there? Oh, Cobra Commander.
Yeah, he's got the key to the city.
Woohoo! I'm done with this story.
Evil Loon.
This year when it starts at noon Eastern.
Figures.
That's me. Whenever we put action figures or comics, I'm like, I'm not following you, Jimmy.
Every once in a while, I just want to go and reach into the garage and play with Dane's toys.
We don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, my son. My son Dane is 13.
All right, it's 9 minutes past the hour.
That sounds so weird.
Hello, PJ. Take me away.
Morning, guys.
So what kind of man goes on vacation and then sends his work pictures continually? That's not vacation. Right? That's
that
not
kind
vacation.
Of man.
Thank you so much. All right, so it's 10 minutes past the hour. The racist chant that got frat members in Oklahoma expelled from their college is apparently also affecting members of the same fraternity who are parts of completely different chapters in different universities.
And your wedding? Oh, did you get engaged over there?
Is accused of using racist remarks now. Now, this allegedly happened during others.
That's when they started shouting and then flipping us off and started saying, like, you apes, why are you here? Get out of here.
It's just absolutely unacceptable and something we would never just let slide by.
We are ultimately trying to find the truth about the matter. Every member of my organization is as offended and frustrated by the situation as the BSU, in my opinion.
BSU Black Student Union, where the school is asking for any pictures or video to help them investigate the allegations. So the SAE chapter at the University of Oklahoma may end up suing its own school. They argue that all of the members were unfairly labeled and booted from campus after the video emerged this week of a racist chant. Abby Royals of affiliate KFOR says that they have gone ahead and hired Stephen Jones, who defended the Oklahoma City bomber.
Litigation. I'm told the decision to hire Jones came at an emergency meeting held by SAE members and alumni.
Now, no legal action has been taken yet. The frat's attorney says that he's just reviewing the case, and we don't have any reaction from the school about that. Of course, I love it best when you tell me about your loved one in the military that you just want to give a salute to. This is Amy about her son. First, like the big strong man holding this tiny little dog, and his mom just can't wait to have that family reunion.
Kudos to you, my baby. He's like this big strapping man.
Yeah.
Always a baby to you.
That's right. Always your mama's child. Thank you so much. If you have somebody in the service, go ahead and go to hlntv.com/Robin to get your salute on the air. So you're supposed to be having an easier time soon reading your bill for the internet. Now, the service provider, they've been ordered to clearly label the stuff about what they're charging you for. Power to the people, Jen.
So we have had a lot of action lately from the federal government when it comes to your monthly bills. Now, in the past, we were talking about your satellite bill. Today, we're talking about your internet bill. As part of the net neutrality bill, there is wording in there that the internet service providers have to be more honest with you when it comes to what you're going to pay every month. And maybe this has happened to you. You saw a deal for, let's just say, $49 a month. Then by the time you got the bill, it turned out it was $70 a month. And then after 6 months, suddenly it spiked up and you were paying $100 a month? Basically nothing like that first $49 that you saw. So basically these companies are being told they have to be a lot more honest and upfront with you about what the real bill is going to be. All right, have you been spending some time on Pinterest lately, finding some wedding ideas? Well, no matter how many paper flower things you see, it is still darn expensive to get married. $31,000 is the latest estimate, and that comes from the wedding site, The Knot. Now, most of that is the venue. Of course, it depends on where you live, too, but also how many people you invite. The Knot says the average guest list is now about 136 people. Manhattan is one of the most expensive places you can choose to get married, but here's a good way to look at this. Even though $31,000 is either going to eat up your savings or put you in debt, this is seen by economists as maybe a good sign for the economy, that this is the highest number we've seen in 5 years, that maybe people are willing to spend a little bit more. Actor Will Ferrell did something no Major League Baseball player has ever done. He's not even an athlete. What did he do?
For somebody living paycheck to paycheck, I mean, expensive car repairs can really have a domino effect. What if you can't get to your job? Then how do you make money to pay for that? Then what about health? Your home, you could lose that. With CNN hero Kathy Haynes started a nonprofit garage that's helped hundreds of people get affordable car repairs. Is also making a big difference in the community. The nominations for the 2015 CNN Hero, they're open right now. Go to cnnheroes.com and you can help us shine a light on everybody who is helping to change the world. So a new father, why? The hour. Morning, sunshine. Thank you so much for starting your Friday right here. Robin Meade and the headlines for news in the fast lane here. Crews have located an Army helicopter that crashed off the coast of Florida. At least 2 National Guard members are believed to be in the wreckage underwater. Military officials say that all 11 service members who were on board are believed dead. Bad weather has hampered them in their search. Today marks Pope Francis' 2nd year on the job. You realize that? Experts say that he surprised the world with a simple style and philosophy. The pontiff has taken on Vatican bureaucracy and challenged the church's thinking on a number of issues, including homosexuality and divorce. Baby Lily is out of the hospital just days after surviving a car wreck that took the life of her mom. Somebody found her 14 hours after the wreck, still strapped in her car seat, upside down in the car, because it was upside down. Now, her dad says that he's so grateful this 18-month-old daughter is a survivor. Police in Ferguson, Missouri are hunting for whoever shot at 2 police officers during a protest Wednesday night. Alina Machado is joining us now from Ferguson, Missouri, with more on how things may feel differently this morning than they say they did like 24 hours ago. What's the latest on the search for the suspects, by the way, Alina?
Robin, police authorities here have identified 2 people they want to talk to. These are 2 people they say they know who they are, and they are looking for them because they feel they have critical information about this shooting, and one of them could possibly be this shooter. It's been more than 24 hours since this shooting took place, and so far, no arrests have been announced. Robin, authorities here are chasing, as you can imagine, all the leads they can because they want to find the person responsible for the shooting.
You know, we have video of the police members on top of a house getting through a roof yesterday as they were searching for suspects. So to say that they don't have anybody arrested here, what are they saying about getting through the roof of this house if the people didn't end up arrested?
Well, we know that house is just a few blocks away from the shooting scene, and that police went there searching for possible suspects or weapons or things like that. And we know that they did bring in yesterday 3 people for questioning. One of the people they brought in is a woman who lives at that house. We did talk to her after she was released. Listen to what she had to say. Now, again, that woman was released. The 2 men who were taken in with her for questioning were also released. So far, though, Robin, again, police here are actively searching for the people responsible for this shooting.
Alina Machado in Ferguson, thank you so much. Newly released video shows a man in Arizona sneaking his newborn, allegedly, out of the hospital in a plastic bag. It's before child welfare workers could get there themselves and take the baby. Police say that this is Jason Bristol looking for an unlocked door at the hospital in Glendale back in January. The hospital staff didn't even realize that he had the 2-day-old baby in his bag. The baby reportedly was born with meth, morphine, and marijuana in her system. Bristol was arrested later. Now the state has custody of the baby. Iran's supreme leader is calling a letter from 47 U.S. Republican senators a sign of disintegration in Washington. The letter warns Iran that any nuclear deal that it might make with the Obama administration could be thrown out once President Obama leaves office. Iran's supreme leader says that the senators seem to be saying the U.S. won't honor its commitments. Thousands of packages of Twizzlers will never be eaten because they spilled all over the roadway near Pittsburgh on Wednesday night. No, not the Twizzlers. With a trailer hauling the candy split open after a semi-driver swerved and hit a barrier, the driver is going to be okay. Crews took hours to clean up the Twizzlers. Fog may be to blame for the crash. No, not the Twizzlers. 35 minutes past the hour. You making weekend plans, are you? I wonder if the weather's going to be cooperating. So while it may be warmer, it's kind of soupier in some places. Hi there, Pete.
Yeah, hi. It looks like it is going to be soupy, Robin, for a couple days, and it looks pretty nice. The beginning.
Help some Girl Scouts sell some cookies. The story is trending today. Melissa Knowles of the Daily Shear has more on that. Good morning. Good. They were caught on video attacking another teen in the middle of a McDonald's. Now, one person is behind bars, but they're looking for more. And then, when do you think that little boys should stop being allowed to go into the women's restroom with their moms for privacy's sake here? There is a mall that has put up a rule on a door that has some of our viewers really hashing it out on Facebook. So see what you think. Okay, so what do you think about this? Little boys who are older than the age of 6 are no longer, at least in one mall in Oklahoma, allowed to go to the women's bathroom with their mom. But if you're a mom and you got a little tyke like that, you're going to send him into the men's bathroom by himself? The sign that's been posted, if you can see it,
Guess who went all out there with the Xerox copy?
Yeah, that's what makes me wonder. Is this like an official policy at this mall, or did someone get incensed about something and post their own sign? I don't know. But we do know that you and fellow viewers are really hashing this out on Facebook and on our Twitter accounts about whether this is right or not. So hi, Mike Galanos.
Hi, Robin Meade. Yeah, a lot of comments, a lot of people in on this one. And as of late, a few more people weighing in that they're okay with it. Still, most say, I'm not sending my 6-year-old alone into the men's room. And that's what we have here. You asked me early on, was there some specific incident? No, we don't know that. That has not been made public. So it could be the example you've kind of laid out there. Someone kind of just took off on their own, made the Xerox copy. Maybe they were upset about something. But this is a mall in Oklahoma City, and people, it was picked up by a mom blog, picked up by our viewers. Everybody has something to say. So let's go through some of the comments.
Okay.
And we'll hash it out ourselves. Erica posting this. No. When people stop being creepy child molesters, then and only then could I let my 6-year-old go in a bathroom by himself. But let's get to a couple of folks who say, I'm kind of okay with this. Kabira says, that's old enough for them to go by themselves. Wait for him on the other side of the door. Let the boy grow up, please. And I had one other workaround tweeted to me saying that she used to use walkie-talkies. So instead of singing, like we talked about, where if they stopped singing, you'd go in to help out. Now it's walkie-talkies.
Oh, that's very smart.
That's, another interesting workaround.
I was just sitting here thinking about how different we may look at it depending on the genders and if that's fair. So if I'm a dad and I have a little girl, that's going to look weird if I take the little girl into the bathroom because guys have stand-up stalls.
Yes, that is not happening.
Right?
That is not happening.
So, but a completely different situation. So then that means if you're the dad, you're going to have to send her in by herself.
Yes, and there was a dad that did the singing thing.
The women's restroom.
Yeah, did the singing thing with the daughters. That she had to sing the whole time, and if she went silent, he was going into the ladies' room.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Fired up.
So hash it out. What do you think about this? What do you do if you're a parent here? So tweet me at Robin Meade. Tweet him.
At Michaelanos HLN.
Or Facebook the entire show. Appreciate you. All right. So Mountain Dew's taken some heat for putting its newest soda in a long neck bottle. The critics say that's too much like a beer or a malt liquor bottle. A company rep says this is a common shape for premium soft drinks. So this new citrus-flavored drink is called Mountain Dew Shine. It's clear, and they say it's made with real sugar as opposed to what? I don't know. But the rep says it was inspired by Mountain Dew's roots in the backwoods of Tennessee. All right. You can buy it later on this month, by the way. Is there a diet version with non-real sugar? I don't know.
Corn syrup.
A new app could be the trick to getting millennials even interested in trading in the stock market and investing anyway. And Jen notes that this is partly because the app doesn't charge you to trade. Good morning.
You can trade for free. There's no minimum, and it goes on your phone. I mean, that is all a lot of new, all in one thing. It's even called Robinhood. Steal from the rich, give to the poor. That taps into something that's been seen as millennials' deep mistrust of Wall Street. And that's something that can serve you well in some cases, but what happens when it comes to retiring? If you don't invest in stocks, you might miss out on a lot of return on your money so that you can build up a lot of money for retirement. By the way, guess who backs this app? Snoop Dogg, Jared Leto? Now, they're not the founders, but they put some money into it. By the way, the founders say they were inspired to do this partly by the Occupy Wall Street movement because they realized that people in their generation really didn't know what they were doing, and when they heard about it, said, So it really is aimed at young, small, first-time investors. And more groups want a big change in Obamacare. They think that pregnant women should get a special allowance to be able to sign up even when it's not the right enrollment period time. Because as you may know, pregnancy is not always something that happens on the calendar. Not always happening when you want it. It can be unexpected, very expensive, and prenatal care has proven to be so important to baby. More than 50 House Democrats sent this letter to the White House, as well as groups like Families USA and Planned Parenthood. Previously, though, the White House has kind of hesitated on this. So we'll see. I mean, by the way, you can get that exception if you get married or divorced.
Jen, thank you. So I'm going to say that this is my favorite story of the day, the way that a pastor in Kentucky figured out how could he get his congregation to sit in the front of the sanctuary, not the back, and fill up the back pews. He used their love of basketball, Wildcat basketball, Kentucky basketball, to get that done.